Assalamu alaikum guys, this is your teacher Dr. Noor Muhammad and you are watching me on AS Level Biology lecture series. As you all know that we have almost completed our topic of cell and we are doing this topic since the beginning of the series and we almost have more than 15 to 16, 18 lectures on this topic, and now we are entering or we have entered into the last portion of the chapter. As I have told you in the beginning that this chapter is going to be a long discussion, and that's how what is happening here. Okay, you can see that we have already discussed bulk of information in this topic, and some of the topics are still left, and it's really important that we have to completely discuss this and cannot take any sort of risk. As this chapter is more informative, so it's really important to have complete information so that whenever the question is asked to you, at least you have to have the background knowledge. Okay, you have to have the background knowledge to answer that question. Otherwise, you will obviously face problem, and there is no way, as this concept of this chapter comes after information. So if you haven't gone through the chapter, if you haven't listened to the lecture, if you don't know the basic knowledge, I don't think there's any way that you can just answer the question by yourself without having even the base of the knowledge, because this chapter is talking about all those details जो कि आपने O levels biology में सेल टॉपिक में नहीं पढ़ी है. And in order to answer questions about all those details, it is mandatory to have at least जो है ना you should have attended the lectures at least. Then only it's possible. Otherwise, it will be very difficult. So we have already done in the previous lecture the topic of cell wall, the cell membrane. We have discussed protoplasm, cytoplasm, and in this cytoplasm we discussed cytoplasmic organelles like endoplasmic reticulum, like mitochondria, like Golgi bodies, like lysosomes, like chloroplast. ठीक है ना, तो ये सारी चीज़ें हमने ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कर ली हैं. एंड नाउ वी आर लेफ्ट विद ओनली फ्यू ऑर्गेनल्स, एंड आज हम उनकी बात करेंगे. एंड उसके बाद लेट्स सी फिर जो टॉपिक हमारे रह जाते हैं वो हम कब तक कंप्लीट होते हैं. So let's begin the discussion, beta. So topic for today's discussion is going to be first topic we are going to begin is centrioles or centrosomes. The topic we are going to talk about today is centrioles or centrosome. ठीक है, देखो, these are the cytoplasmic organelles which are the part of only plant cell or only animal cells. These are the types of, just give me a second. So these are the types of plant cells which are only these are the types of cytoplasmic organelles which are only the part of animal cells, and these are only present in, पहला पॉइंट जो आपके पास आना चाहिए, these are only present in animal cells. ठीक है, these are the structures which are only present in animal cells. जबकि इससे पहले हम जो क्लोरोप्लास्ट डिस्कस कर रहे थे, that was the part of plant cells only. लाइसोसोम्स हमने डिस्कस किया, वो दोनों जगह पे था. These are the parts of animal cells. अब यहाँ पर आपको दो वर्ड्स लिखे हुए नजर आ रहे हैं, एक है सेंट्रोसोम और दूसरा है सेंट्रियोल. एंड बहुत सारे बच्चों को मैंने देखा है जिसमें बड़ा कन्फ्यूजन होती है उनको. तो लेट्स टॉक अबाउट व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन देम एंड हाउ दीज स्ट्रक्चर्स आर मेड अप ऑफ. Each cell normally have a single centrosome, or basically, अच्छा, let me just tell you first ना कि ये है क्या, बना हुआ क्या है. These are the structures which are only present in animal cells. Now ये तो आपको पता चल गया. Now the next question is that how these structures are made up of and what these structures are doing in our cell. किस तरह से बने हुए होते हैं. तो इट्स रियली इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस नाउ that these structures are basically made up of microtubules. These structures are made up of microtubules. These structures are made up of microtubules. Yani, there are structures called microtubules. They are micro-sized tubes, hollow cylindrical tubes हैं, and these are the structures जो कि बनाती हैं इन structures को. तो अब let's say कि how the organization takes place. So first imagine, let's say this is one microtubule. This is, let's say, one microtubule, then two microtubule, and let's say three microtubules. Let's say here we have how many? Three microtubules. Now what happens is that the set of three microtubules is the one unit, is called the triplet. ठीक है, listen carefully. How these structures are organized? These are structures made up of microtubules. That's one microtubule, that's two microtubule, that's three microtubule. So what happens is that three microtubules assemble with each other like this, and they form a triplet of microtubules. And now, like this is one triplet. We have nine triplets like this. And those nine triplets assemble with each other in a circular manner. ठीक है, let's suppose ये एक one triplet, let's suppose this is one triplet, this is second triplet, this is third triplet, ठीक है ना, this is third triplet. So all the nine triplets will arrange themselves in a cylindrical pattern. Let me show you here. ठीक है, यहाँ देखते हैं. Let's say कि हमारे पास ये one microtubule था, let's say. Then ऐसे ही तीन microtubules assemble हुए. ऐसे तीन microtubules assemble हुए to form the triplet. And then हम क्या देखते हैं कि फाइनली हमें मिला एक पूरा अरेंजमेंट. एंड इन दैट पर्टिकुलर अरेंजमेंट व्हाट वी सी इज नाइन ट्रिपलेट्स the structure is somewhat look like this. It's a hollow tubular structure made up of nine triplets. Each triplet consists of three microtubules. So this structure is called centriole. And normally in a single cell we have a pair of these centrioles arrange at a right angle with each other. Normally in a cell we have a pair of these centrioles arranged at a right angle with each other. So let me repeat myself that we are talking about centrioles now. Here these are the cytoplasmic organelles which are only the part of animal cell, number one. Number two, I have told you that these are the structures which are made up of microtubules, and microtubules are actually tubes, ठीक है ना, and hollow cylindrical tubes, and those hollow cylindrical tubes arrange in a particular pattern to form hollow cylindrical units which we call centrioles or centrosomes. So that's important. So what I've told you up till now, that how the orientation takes place, that this is one microtubule and three of this kind assembled together to form a triplet. And then 9 triplets of the triplets arranged in a hollow cylindrical pattern, and when they do so, just give me a second, when they do so, they form a hollow cylindrical structure that we call centriole. And normally in each cell we have 2 centrioles arranged at right angle with each other, and the pair is called centrosome. The pair is called centrosome. So what you have learned, that the pair of centrioles is called centrosome. So centrosome is a word used for pair, whereas centriole is a singular unit. ठीक है जी. अच्छा, अगर मैं इसकी आपको ओरिएंटेशन या पोजीशन बताऊं ना न्यूक्लियस के अंदर, तो व्हाट इज द पोजीशन ऑफ दिस स्ट्रक्चर एग्जैक्टली. लेट्स सपोज वी हैव सेल हियर, एंड लेट्स से we have nucleus in animal cell here. So normally what is their normal position in the cell, that they are just present just beside the nucleus. अगर nucleus आपको नजर आ रहा है ना, nucleus के just normally they are just present beside the nucleus. I should draw the nucleus larger. Let's suppose this is the nucleus, so they are just beside the nucleus. Nucleus के बिल्कुल साइड में मौजूद होते हैं, ठीक है. And what they are waiting for, let me tell you that. What they are waiting for, actually they are waiting for to perform. They are waiting to perform, and what is their performance? What is their function normally in the cell? In a normal resting cell, a non-dividing cell, they are supposed to have a cytoskeletal support. They are believed to provide cytoskeletal support to the cell. They are believed to provide cytoskeletal support to the cell. ठीक है ना. साइटोस्केलेटल सपोर्ट का मतलब क्या हो गया कि सेल के अंदर तो हड्डियां नहीं होती, तो सेल के अंदर जो फ्रेमवर्क अगर प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं, सेल के अंदर से अगर कोई फ्रेम बना रहे हैं, तो उसके अंदर ये स्ट्रक्चर इंपॉर्टेंट है. बट दैट्स देयर माइनर रोल. देयर मेजर रोल इज टू वेट टिल द टाइम व्हेन द सेल अंडरगोज डिवीजन. They wait till the time when cell undergoes division, and you should know from your O-levels knowledge that when cell undergoes division, the nuclear membrane will vanish. The nuclear membrane will vanish, and when the nuclear membrane vanish, this is the time for the action. What their action is, that these centrioles in a pair of centrosome starts repelling each other, and they arrange themselves at opposite pole. Let me show you here in the diagram. Let's suppose we have a cell here, and when the cell undergoes division, what happens is that these centrioles move apart from each other. ठीक है. And what they do, as you know that these are microtubular structures and they have microtubules in them, what they do, they start spreading, or they start dispersing their microtubules in a very unique way of fibers. ठीक है, like this. Alhamdulillah. Like this. I'm trying to draw it in a very simple way. So what they do is that when cell undergoes division, during that particular period when nuclear membrane disappears, these centrioles move apart from each other, and then when they move apart, they arrange or orient themselves at opposite ends. We call them opposite poles, and then they start lengthening, or then they start spreading their microtubular structure in form of this arrangement from one pole to opposite pole. And these structures which are formed here are called spindle fibers. And what is the importance of this structure? These structures, these are the structures to which chromosomes, ये हम सेल डिवीजन में पढ़ेंगे डिटेल में, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू गिव यू डिटेल्स हियर. दीज आर द स्ट्रक्चर जिन पे फिर जो है वो क्रोमोसोम्स अटैच होते हैं, एंड देन दे आर पुल्ड अपार्ट, एंड देन जो है ना वो सेपरेशन ऑफ क्रोमोसोम्स होती है, जो कि दो सेल्स के अंदर अलग अलग डिवाइड हो जाते हैं. So that's how they are working in the cell. So let me repeat myself. I think that's I have covered most of the aspects of the chromosomes, centrioles there. Centrioles are the cytoplasmic organelles which are only present in animal cells. Normally we have a pair of centrioles, one pair of centrioles just beside the nucleus, and the pair is called centrosome. Third, मैंने बताया कि they are made up of structures called microtubules, and 3 microtubules form a triplet, and then 9 triplets arrange or orient themselves cylindrically to form one centriole, and then 2 centrioles like this are formed, which are arranged normally at a right angle with each other. Then मैंने बताया कि they are just present beside the nucleus, and normally they are believed to contribute in the cytoskeletal frame of the cell. But what their actual function is that when cell undergoes division, जब कभी भी कोई cell undergoes the division process, so during that division the centrioles gets apart, separated, and then what happens is that centrioles start moving towards the opposite poles. They orient themselves at opposite poles, and वहाँ जाकर फिर they start forming specialized structure from the running from one pole to another pole, and that specialized structure is called spindle fiber, and this is the structure to which जो हम क्या कहते हैं chromosomes are attached during cell division. So they have their primary role to perform during the process of cell division. Okay, so that's how things are working here. So just note, just draw these diagrams, and I'll just give you the few points ताकि आपको समझ में आ जाए और आपके पास written वाला जो मटेरियल है वो पूरा हो जाए. ठीक है ना? Just draw this diagram, and then I'll give you certain points, and then you'll move forward. Okay guys, just draw, you have drawn this diagram, just give me few points and written to you. So what points do we need to write after understanding this whole concept? Okay, let me give you all the points. So these are only present in animal cells. Cylindrical arrangement of microtubules. Cylindrical arrangement of microtubules, and how is the orientation going on? Three microtubules forms a triplet. ठीक है, and then 9 triplets forms centriole. ठीक है जी. 9 triplets form centrioles. उसके बाद third point, a pair of centriole is present close to nuclear membrane arranged called centrosome. ठीक है. The fourth point is centrioles are arranged at right angles with each other. Then function is mainly during the cell division. So what happens during cell division? I've told you, during cell division they move apart and orient themselves at opposite poles ठीक है. नेक्स्ट, दीज आर द पॉइंट्स आपको मुफ्त के मार्क्स मिलेंगे, बिकॉज जब आप साथ साथ ही पॉइंट्स को लिखते आ रहे हो तो आपको बहुत ही क्लियरली समझ में आ रहा होगा कि क्या हो रहा है. दे फॉर्म स्पिंडल फाइबर्स to which chromosomes are attached during cell division and get separated. ओके जी. तो दीज आर द बेसिक पॉइंट्स जो कि सेंट्रियोल्स की डिस्कशन में मैंने आपको समझाए हैं, एंड आई हैव रिटन देम ऑल ऑफ देम फॉर यू हियर, ताकि आपको बात समझ में भी आ जाए. सो दे आर ओनली प्रेजेंट इन एनिमल सेल्स. दे आर सिलिंड्रिकल अरेंजमेंट्स ऑफ माइक्रोट्यूब्यूल्स. और ओरिएंटेशन क्या है? 3 माइक्रोट्यूब्यूल्स फॉर्म अ ट्रिपलेट, देन 9 triplets form centriole. A pair of centriole is present close to the nuclear membrane called centrosome. ठीक है. Centrioles are arranged at right angles. Yes. During cell division, they move apart and orient themselves at opposite poles, and they form a spindle fiber to which chromosomes are attached during cell division and get separated. That's all about centrioles. Just note it down quickly, and then हम आगे की बात करेंगे. Just quickly note these points down, and then we'll move to the next structure. ठीक है बेटा? Okay guys, you must have noted down the points up till now. Let's move towards the next thing. Okay guys, before moving forward, I just would like to talk about a कंसर्न टॉपिक जो कि माइक्रोट्यूब्यूल से रिलेटेड है, और इट जस्ट केम इन माय माइंड कि ये भी पार्ट है, और जो आता है थ्योरी बुक में आप रीड करोगे तो थ्योरेटिकल डिटेल्स के अंदर इसको डिस्कस किया गया है, बट अलग से हाईलाइट नहीं होता, और इसी वजह से फॉर मोस्ट ऑफ द लेक्चर नोट्स में भी आपको नहीं मिलेगा, या एक नॉर्मल डिस्कशन जब टीचर कर रहा होता है नहीं मिलता है। तो जस्ट सडनली मुझे एकदम से ख्याल आया कि मेरा रह ना जाए आपके साथ वो टॉपिक, जस्ट लेट मी जस्ट टॉक अबाउट दैट फर्स्ट एंड देन वी विल मूव फॉरवर्ड। आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट ओरिएंटेशन ऑफ और स्ट्रक्चरल कॉम्पोजिशन ऑफ माइक्रोट्यूब्यूल। अभी हमने कहा ना कि माइक्रोट्यूब्यूल्स आर द हॉलो सिलेंडर्स, माइक्रोट्यूब्यूल्स आर द हॉलो सिलेंडर्स, और यही वो माइक्रोट्यूब्यूल्स हैं जिनसे सेंट्रियोल बना हुआ होता है। और इसके अलावा ये माइक्रोट्यूब्यूल्स जो हैं वो साइटोस्केलेटन का भी पार्ट होते हैं। साइटो जो है स्केलेटन का भी पार्ट होते हैं। तो यहाँ पर क्यों ना हम साइटोस्केलेटन की बात ही कर लें, हैं। अच्छा जी, व्हेन वी से दिस वर्ड साइटोस्केलेटन, तो साइटोस्केलेटन में दो वर्ड्स आपको नजर आ रहे हैं। साइटो यहाँ साइटोप्लाज्म को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है, स्केलेटन कहते हैं फ्रेम को। एज वी ऑल नो that we don't have cell wall in animal cells, and we want to change, because we don't have cell wall, we can change the shapes of our cells for the time being जब necessary है। लेकिन in spite of the fact that we will be requiring a lot of times जहाँ पर हमें change of shape of cells चाहिए होगा, flexibility चाहिए होगी, but at the same time it's important that we also need some sort of frame इंटरनली, क्योंकि एक्सटर्नली तो है नहीं, सो दैट आवर सेल्स कैन नॉट कोलैप्स। अच्छा, इसका क्या मतलब है? इसका मतलब ये, लेट्स सपोज आपने स्क्वीज किया सेल को, आपने सेल को क्या किया? स्क्वीज किया। अब सेल को आपने स्क्वीज कर दिया एंड देयर इज नो फ्रेम, जो आपकी सपोर्ट है चाहे एक्सटर्नल या इंटरनल सेल का फ्रेम के लिए, वो नन है। क्योंकि जो हड्डियों वाला फ्रेम हो तो सेल के अंदर नहीं है ना, वो तो एक सेपरेट फ्रेम है जो बॉडी को सपोर्ट कर रहा है इन जनरल। सो हुआ क्या कि अगर आपने सेल को लेट्स सपोज स्क्वीज किया और देयर इज नो सच फ्रेम, तो देयर आर स्ट्रॉन्ग पॉसिबिलिटीज कि वो स्क्वीज ही रह जाए, वो बाउंस बैक ही ना कर सके अपनी ओरिजिनल शेप पर, बिकॉज कोई फ्रेम ही नहीं था जो शेप को रेजिस्ट करता और उसको चेंज होने से रोकता। ठीक है ना? तो ऐसा एक्चुअली है नहीं। तो द नेचर हैज गिवन अस अ कंप्लीट सेट्स ऑफ डिफरेंट स्ट्रक्चर्स विच आर supposed to be the part of cytoskeleton. So cytoskeleton is basically those structures which are supporting the cell internally. They are acting as an internal framework of a cell. They are working as internal framework of a cell, and we have majorly two types of structures in cytoskeleton. Number one, microtubules, and number two, microfilament. So cytoskeleton is majorly basically the skeletal or internal support or internal frame of the cell, which works to prevent the collapsing of the cell, so it supports the cell internally. अंदर से सेल को सपोर्ट करने वाला जो स्ट्रक्चर है, दैट इज साइटोस्केलेटन। ओके, नाउ cytoskeleton is primarily made up of two kinds of structures, microtubule and microfilament, and this is the same microtubule जो अभी हम लोग सेंट्रियोल में डिस्कस कर रहे थे। सेंट्रियोल के अंदर जो है वो माइक्रोट्यूब्यूल था, यहाँ पर भी है। तो इसका मतलब है माइक्रोट्यूब्यूल की, अगर माइक्रोट्यूब्यूल की हेडिंग में आप लिखेंगे तो दो तरह के रोल हैं। सेंट्रियोल के अंदर इट इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल टू फॉर्म स्पिंडल फाइबर, वेयर एज अगर ये स्कैटर्ड है, फ्रीली प्रेजेंट है इन द साइटोसोल, तो इट मीन्स यहाँ पर वो एक्ट कर रहा होगा टू सपोर्ट और टू बीइंग द पार्ट ऑफ the frame of the cell. So let me just talk about microtubule separately. So microtubule is basically made up of a cylindrical tube made up of protein, and you know which protein? Made up of protein tubulin. It is a cylindrical tube. What is micro? What is single microtubule? It is a cylindrical tube made up of protein called tubulin. Tubulin. ठीक है? And let's discuss this orientation, how this is made up of. तो किस तरह से बना होता है? जस्ट मैं आपको बताऊं कि एक्चुअली अगर मैं ओरिएंटेशन आपको यहाँ दिखाना शुरू करूं तो वी हैव one spherical molecule which is going to be acting as the tubulin monomer, ठीक है? And this is called as alpha tubulin, where the second structure is also like this, but this is called beta tubulin. So what happens is that when this alpha and this beta tubulin combines, they form the structure like this. ठीक है? And this is called tubulin dimer. This structure is called tubulin dimer. ये structure क्या कहलाता है? Tubulin dimer कहलाता है. Now what happens is that when one dimer is formed, lot of dimers then I'm only showing few. So dimer. So what happens that these dimers, large number of dimers combine together in linear pattern, and this structure which is formed, ये वाला, the structure which is formed is called protofilament. The structure which is formed is called protofilament. ठीक है? Let me repeat the arrangement. Microtubules, if they are free, they are the part of cytoskeleton. When they are arranged in a particular manner, they are part of centriole. Microtubules are the cylindrical tubular structures which are present either freely scattered or in form of centrioles. Then मैंने बताया कि these are made up of a protein called tubulin. This tubulin has got a particular arrangement, and what is that arrangement? I'm telling you that basically starting from the basic monomer. So tubulin protein is made up of two types of globular structures, two types of variety of tubulin, alpha tubulin and beta tubulin. I've shown them here. Alpha tubulin and beta tubulin combine to form a two monomer structure that is called tubulin dimer. When the large number of dimers assemble with each other, they form protofilament, and when these protofilaments combine with each other, they form microtubules. Microtubule is actually made up of lot of protofilaments. छोटे protofilaments हैं जो एक दूसरे के साथ join होकर एक पूरा tubule बना रहे हैं. ठीक है? I hope आपको समझ में भी आ रहा होगा that these structures, these protofilaments combine, ठीक है ना, combine to form one microtubule. एक जो microtubule हो रहा है, कैसे बन रहा है? ये जो protofilament है ना, ये cylindrically arrange हो रहे हैं. Protofilament जो हैं वो cylindrically, let's suppose ये एक protofilament बन गया, ये एक प्रोटोफिलामेंट बन गया, ये दूसरा प्रोटोफिलामेंट बन गया, तीसरा प्रोटोफिलामेंट बन गया. ऑल दीज प्रोटोफिलामेंट्स will arrange themselves ठीक है ना, इन दिस पैटर्न, सिलेंड्रिकल पैटर्न में क्या करेंगे, वो एक दूसरे से के साथ अरेंज हो जाएंगे, एंड दैट अरेंजमेंट इज गोइंग टू be called as microtubule. So that's all about microtubule. I think that's more than enough. I have cleared every point. Just note these points down quickly, and then we'll talk about microfilaments. Okay guys, you must have noted down the points up till now. So let's now talk about microfilaments. So microfilaments are the structures, as the name suggests, that they are micro-sized filaments. अच्छा, they were micro-sized tubules and they are micro-sized filaments. अच्छा, अगर मैं आपसे वैसे एक क्वेश्चन पूछूं कि आपके ख्याल में ट्यूब्यूल ज़्यादा थिक या मोटा होता होगा, ट्यूब या फिलामेंट? So most of them will answer कि ट्यूब्यूल ज़्यादा मोटा होता होगा, and that's right. Microtubules are comparatively thicker or denser structures, whereas जो microfilament होते हैं, as compared to microtubules, they are thinner. They are thinner structures because filament is filament, na? It's not a tubule. So microfilament is basically micro-sized filaments, and they are particularly also playing their role in cytoskeletal frame, but they are not highly developed in every cell. If we particularly talk about स्केलेटल मसल, जहाँ पर एक हार्डनेस और एक फ्रेम ज़्यादा ऑब्वियसली रिक्वायर्ड होता है और फंक्शनिंग भी बहुत प्रॉपर रिक्वायर्ड होती है, वहाँ पर हमें फाइनली माइक्रोफिलामेंट का हाईली डेवलप्ड सिस्टम नज़र आता है, एंड वहाँ पर हम क्या देखते हैं, दैट फिलामेंट्स आर ऑफ टू टाइप्स, द थिन फिलामेंट्स एंड द थिक फिलामेंट्स. Thin filaments and thick filaments. Thin filaments are actually called as actin filaments, and why they are called thin filaments? Because they will be comparatively thinner and they will appear lighter when we observe them, whereas thick filaments are called as myosin filaments. So microfilaments as a whole, now we can say that are of two types, actin and myosin, and we see a highly advanced network of actin and myosin, thick and thin filament of microfilament in the skeletal muscles, and this has to play a very important role in the contraction of muscle. So myosin, just quickly I'll brief you about the structure of myosin. Myosin is a thick filament Myosin is a filament like this, ठीक है? It is a thick filament containing lot of bulbular heads on the adjacent side, bulbular heads on the adjacent sides, ठीक है ना? Whereas actin is comparatively a thinner filament, and it is made up of two actin chains which are twisted around each other. Let me show you. Actually what's going on here, that we have So what we see is that actin filament, as you can see, this is comparatively much thicker filament, and this is the myosin which has bulbular heads on both the sides. इसका function वगैरह जाहिर है कि we will not be discussing that because that's not our topic. And actin on the other hand is comparatively a very thin filament, and this filament, as you can see in the diagram, is made up of two actin chains. This is not one actin, this is two. These are two actin molecules or two actin chains which are twisted around each other. So actin is a filament जहाँ पर हमें क्या नजर आता है कि two chains of actin which are twisted around each other. So both these thin and thick filaments, normally we are not normally the cytoskeletal frame of microfilaments is not that developed. But particularly in case of muscles, skeletal muscles, the system is highly developed, and that's how you need, that's what you need to remember about cytoskeleton. That's all about microtubule and microfilaments. I have told you about microtubule, I have told you about microfilament. ठीक है, इसके अलावा भी there are certain things जो कि cytoskeletal frame का part होती हैं. So I'll try to find some video presentation showing cytoskeletal frames of the cell that will give you a much better idea of this discussion as well. But for now, for today's lecture, that's all, and thank you so much, and just listen to that जो है ना वो with full concentration, and I hope that you will get every bit of the information. ठीक है बेटा, stay safe, stay healthy. Allah Hafiz.